Okay, so thank you for joining me down here on Ratcheteer Boulevard. Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening, honey, honey, honey. Whoo! Oh, when the checks stop marching in. Oh, when them checks stop marching in. We're going to tap into the energy between Stunner Girl and young MULA. Ex-husband, ex-boyfriend. Lord, y'all, let's get into some things. We're going to use some petty cards because this is a petty reading. Show me the energy between Stunner and MULA. Show me the energy around Stunner and MULA. Stunner Girl and MULA. Okay. So we've got the Hierophant here, y'all. So Hierophant represents law enforcement and the powers that be. Okay. So Stunner Girl got the powers that be watching her over some things that she has said. And I feel like the things that she said resonate in truth. But she's got some very, very strong eyes on her right now. Okay, so we got the King of Cups here. So King of Cups is, you know, someone is very deep in their feelings, but they don't show how they feel. So y'all, MULA has definitely been in his feelings since moving on. That's no secret. Like, he went live and cried on his birthday all by himself. And it's weird how this whole turn of events went, because it's like, here it is. He went from being the +1 to being turned up in 2 weeks just from this back and forth between the both of them. So he tries to hold on to his emotions, you know, while, you know, being before the camera, being before people, making sure that he has control of the narrative of how he's being seen, because this is how he's going to get balanced through a new beginning. Also, there's some things that Stunner said about someone that is attached to a King of Cups, a water sign, that is, you know, someone that is considered a powers that be. And these people are watching her, Lord. And this is going to be a hangman for Stunner. So it's, y'all, believe it or not, this is like a blessing in disguise for young MULA, because he's separated from her at what appears to be the right time, due to people heavily watching Stunner due to some things that she said that didn't fare well, even though they were in all truth. So you got the Lovers and the Sun. So y'all, they're not done exposing each other. They are not done exposing each other. There's many more secrets to come. The Moon at the bottom of the deck. I mean, what more can you tell? We didn't know MULA had a coloscopy bag. We didn't know, you know, the types of zoom zooms and wham whams the both of them were taking. Like, I mean, he showed a picture of her after she had gained weight and got a little pudgy. I mean, these two have done the ultimate most. So I just can't understand what more could be exposed at this point. She said he was homeless when they got together, and he came to stay with her in a high rise or some type of place that was provided by a dude she used to kick it with. He said that when he found her, she was wearing cheap wigs and rainbow. I don't even want to know anymore. I don't know about y'all, but it's saying there's more secrets to come. So, you know, this is like moving on towards, you know, victory, but after an end of a cycle. So it's like both of them are going to move on towards what appears to be better things. But Stunna got to be careful because she says some things about some very high, very, high up, powerful people. And it's going to come back to get her eventually. So all of this exposure is eventually going to turn into some kind of financial wealth. But the weird thing is, I feel like the wealth is going to actually more so go towards MULA, believe it or not. Now, I don't know what type of industry he into, Ace of Wands, okay? I don't know what he doing, but it feels like there is some adult energy around the way people make money. And this is, yeah, they're both going to have to be careful with consumption and things that they do, because Seven of Cups is considering your options, but it's also my card for libations, letting me know, somebody may be cross-addicted or getting turned, right? And this could lead to somebody being locked up. This is also somebody being bound by addiction. So, y'all, I'm asking about the both of them, and it's saying they're both allegedly, possibly bound by addiction. May not be the same thing. So we got the card of, the Hierophant, and we got the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So it was definite infidelity in this situation. The Hierophant represents institutions and marriage. So it was a lot of creeping and geeking, either way it went. And MULA really is heartbroken, y'all. He really is. Temperance and the World, Seven of Cups. So he thought that this was going to bring balance through a new beginning, and then the situation came to an end over possible, it's like the relationship could have came to an end anyway due to addiction issues. Hold on. Lord. What I tell y'all about more to come? This just fell out, but I'm going to put this back and continue to shuffle. A tower coming with messages coming out. Somebody's going to drop something on the internet for all of us to see that is literally going to be very damaging. About Knight of Wands type energy. Y'all just feel like telling stuff that can get somebody investigated. And this Hangman. Yep, Hangman is an unrequited offer. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Once things came to the light, things were exposed with this love relationship. It was literally like shame, regret, remorse. People going back and forth, defending themselves, after moving forward. I told y'all justice, Nine of Wands. Somebody could literally end up, it's like somebody's going to get karma and somebody is going to get justice. But either way, both parties are going to move forward. And I hope somebody doesn't end up facing karma for putting their hands on somebody. Nine of Wands. You got the Four of Pentacles here that represents, like I said, stability and also being stubborn. So this was a wish fulfillment, but it's like somebody just won't quit, just won't stop because of this toxic energy. And it's like the devil. It's like they were very karmic together as a relationship anyway. This was definitely not couples goals. Everything about this relationship was very toxic, very chaotic. Okay, here's this Nine of Wands falling under the Eight of Swords. So Three of Wands, somebody's ship's coming in. It's like both of them were bound to this situation so that they can receive an opportunity. It's like without the clout of this relationship, neither party knew how they were going to move on and make money. So this is what kept them together for as long as it did. And this is also explaining why there was juggling within the marriage, non-marriage, whatever this situation was. Somebody doing their thing because they felt like it's one of those cheaper to keep her or cheaper to keep him situations. Damn. Everything in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, toxic, maleficent energy, you know, very, like I said, very karmic relationship. And it was all for the money. Everything was for the show. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get it popping, and here we go, right? All to become a star. This was to bring hope for them to level up. Everything in this relationship feels like it was for sale. Okay, so we've got, you know, the Page of Swords over the Knight of Wands. So it's like y'all rushed into this commitment. Okay, this wasn't like this was a relationship that was, you know, they built the energy together. Okay, and then here it is, the Unicorn. So the Hangman over the Four of Cups and the Unicorn. So what you thought was going to be, you know, that situation that was going to save you from oblivion, poverty, okay? You took a leap of faith and it ended up, you know, not working out. The situation came to a rest. So whoever decided to pop off and leave this situation, I don't know if it was STUNNA first. Yeah, it was STUNNA because she usually speaks first. This did not work out in her behalf. It didn't work out the way she thought it would. She thought she was up until it started to balance out some type of way. And, you know, 5 of Cups over the 8 of Cups is like regretting leaving this situation. But it's like the choice you made was going to have to be made anyway with this lover because you got the Sun here, which means things were exposed that you can't come back from. So you had to walk away from this relationship to move forward. Because there's, you know, justice once again, something that has to do with law enforcement. And it's like now you got to find, you know, new action, new ways about going about things. You got to make a choice on how you're going to move forward, you know, that's going to keep you financially stable and it's going to be a wish fulfillment. And this is for both parties. They're both looking at what's their ship coming in that's going to bring them, you know, the bag that's going to bring them money, right? And this was the choice to move on because, y'all, I feel like, once again, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, you know, being bound, stuck, trapped to a situation, the wounded warrior, somebody could have allegedly possibly been putting hands on somebody, and a choice had to be made either way to let go, to move on. I'm channeling the song X Factor by Lauryn Hill, that you let go and I'll let go too, because nothing and no one has hurt me more than you, and no one ever will. So, whole relationship, throw it in the damn trash. Toxic, chaotic, nothing good about it, nothing good to come out of it. They should have let this go a long time ago. This is when, you know, the clout cannot carry the relationship. Eventually, going into a relationship for the wrong reasons, you go into it for money, you go into it to level up. When the bottom falls out, you're going to see things like this where everything falls apart, because what is not built on a solid foundation will always fall. So, goodness. Whew. Anything else, y'all? This was what this whole situation was about. They took a leap of faith to go into this relationship, to go into this commitment for the Wheel of Fortune. It was a lot of arguing and back and forth between the two of them. Not just now, but just in general. They have been not getting along for a while. And it was going to come to an end anyway, because eventually the truth was going to come out between the two of these people. And see, they were so defensive, trying to make everybody think that, you know, this is my 10 of Pentacles, the unicorn, like this is the perfect relationship. You wish you could be like us when you grow up. But the truth was, this was very karmic. It had to come to an end. They had to walk away from each other. Whether she, you know, was shot or not, this relationship was going to end anyway. Because keeping up this lifestyle became a very huge burden. There was a lot of things that had to be done that made it damn near impossible to pull this off. And eventually it's like, it's got to come to an end. Judgment, final judgment. This is the final word. Had to cut this relationship off, had to cut each other off. And somebody is facing a lot of burdens, and now they're sorry on the back end. Wish that they never, one wished that they never got involved in this relationship, and the other one wished they never opened their big mouth, because now without the relationship, the money is not the same, and they back to the street. So I'm going to wrap this up, because baby, when I tell you this is some filthy, trashy energy. There's so many things that I'm not tapping into. All I can tell you is this. You can fake, you can front, you can fudge, you can flex, do all that you want to do to try to show somebody that you're winning. But at the end of the day, nothing will fix the fact that a situation is not what it is. Eventually, the truth has to get told. Eventually, everything comes to light. And this is why I feel like this is the second time I said this today. You do not make other people couple relationship goals, because you don't know what they are doing to have the life that they have. You don't know how they get along behind closed doors. You don't know what in their lifestyle is borrowed or rented, or how they actually feel about each other once they're not on that camera taking pictures and off of social media. Y'all, this reading just feels so chaotic and tumultuous, and outside of what happened to her, where she's physically healing from that, it feels like this relationship was going to come to an end this year anyway, because it had already run its course. It ran out of steam, but it was like there was complications that kept them together, because the money just, whatever happened with the network, it wasn't taken off the way that it needed to. So they were both sticking around, holding on to each other, waiting for the opportunity to pan out, and it never did, and it just crashed and burned anyway. Allegedly. So, happy holidays, everybody. Many blessings to all of y'all. This is my pull on Stunna Girl and Young MULA. Lord have mercy. I don't even know what I'm going to name this one. By the time you see it, it'll have a title. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, y'all.